Your uni, your team. From kick-off to the final whistle. This is the Shock Radio Sports Show.
Welcome back to a very special edition of the Shock Sports Show. We're talking all things cricket on the week's reacted. Now alongside me I have some members of the Barmy Army. We have Oliver Griffiths,
Hi guys.
Ciara, Aston and Sophie Milligan. How are we doing today, guys? I'm really happy that cricket's getting a platform here on Shock as the self-deprecating cricket legend of Shock. That was horrible. We're gonna keep So we're talking all things Ashes today. So how are we feeling? First Ashes away in a while.
Oh, I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. Obviously, we all remember last time, first ball of the Ashes. We all remember that, but I think I'm excited. I'm excited for this series. I think it's going to be a real test, but I think it'll be good.
Real test. Yeah, we've had a couple of people come in and out of the squads in the last couple of weeks as well, sort of confirmed in and out. But one that we knew wasn't going to be there from the beginning was legend Chris Woakes.
Yes. Very sad, not very happy about it, but I also understand the reasoning why. As a self-proclaimed Chris Woakes mega fan, it is quite sad to see it, but yeah, I don't know if England are going to miss him though, if you want my honest opinion.
I don't know, I think we've got some good replacements in there. Obviously, Mark Wood cleared beginning of this week, end of last week,
Thank
I think.
goodness, honestly.
Yeah, thank goodness, because we really need him there, ideally. He is one of those people where I think he's irreplaceable in a squad. Like, he'll bat at, 11, 12?
Oh, yeah.
And he'll be, but bowling, he is probably one of our strongest players alongside maybe just Atkinson, I would say.
Yeah.
I like Atkinson.
He's a very consistent bowler, Atkinson.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know. Obviously, Jofra Archer's picked up a bit of form as well, but
I don't think he's ever been off form, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like, Archer is one of those people that if he's in a squad, I'm safe. I know that we're going to do somewhat well in that in whatever format he's in.
he's also been quite unlucky with injury as well. But recently, he's been looking good. He's been looking good.
Yeah. What do you think so?
Well, he's not played a test in 4 years,
Yeah.
apart from, like, obviously the warm-up and stuff, but I think going from how he has been playing, like, in all the other formats, I feel like he could win, like, help us win, hopefully.
That's one of those players that we hope
Yeah.
would win, but we'll see what happens. But should we talk England squad? Because obviously today, very recent today, England squad was announced. One of my segments was going to be predictions, but clearly that's not happening. Instead, we're going to go to what the actual England squad is. So Ollie, reveal it to us.
So we've got Ben Stokes, obviously the captain. We've got Jofra Archer, Gus Atkinson, Bashir, Brooke, Bryden Cass, Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, Ollie Pope, the vice-captain, obviously, Joe Root, Jamie Smith at wicket-keeper, and Mark
I don't think Ollie Pope
Harry
is the
Brook
vice-captain.
is now the
No, Harry
vice-captain,
This
yeah.
was the
Is he not?
controversy. So, because when the test squad was announced, like the whole squad, so e.g. your Matthew Potts further down the line, Ollie Pope wasn't announced as test vice-captain, sorry. And this sort of blew a lot of people's minds because you bring Harry Brook in, who obviously has had a really successful run as Northern Superchargers captain. Was it England's Lions? Was it that he was captaining over the break as well? But yeah, Harry Brook vice captain.
Wow.
It
Did
doesn't
not know that.
surprise me though, because we all have to remember that Harry Brook is now the T20 and ODI captain.
That was it,
He's-
yeah.
So
he is great.
this is them, I think, integrating test and the other formats together, and because a lot of the players are shared right between formats, so it kind of makes sense to have both of Harry Brook and Ben Stokes captaining together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good like solid pairing, I would say, because they've been playing together for a while as well.
And I think since taking over Josh Butler as the captain of the ODI and T20, he's done really well.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for Josh Butler. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Originals fan. When I see Josh Butler walk out into the centre, I go, oh, man. Like we're good. I know he's gonna score maybe 25 and then go, yep, see ya. Saltsworth, not gonna lie, but like I like Josh Butler. But giving Harry Brook that stage as well. Again, he's been doing so well with the Superchargers, made it to the 100 semi-final. No matter what you think of the 100, that is impressive. He's got quite a good squad behind him, especially with Zach Crawley there, who's also in the England lineup, and they're both solid people, and I'm really happy that he's getting that stage, especially it's such a big like big tournament as the Ashes, I think it's a really good place to put him, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
So, should we go on to the history of the Ashes quickly? So, if I know you've got a couple of notes on this sort of stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I only more so last Ashes, which I think the thing that we're all waiting for is Alex Carey as wicketkeeper again.
Oh, can we just take a minute? Because I know this is the elephant in the room. Are we going to get a repeat of the Alex Carey, Johnny Bairstow situation?
I don't think so, because I don't really think there's anyone in the current squad that you can wind up as much as Johnny Bairstow or Stuart Broad.
No, I think you can wind possibly Zach Crawley and Joe Root recently. For the first time, Joe Root has been answering to being wound up, and I feel like it might happen again.
He's also under a lot of pressure because he needs to get that century.
Joe Root 100 in Australia, I'm manifesting
honestly,
it.
Even if we lose the series, right, if Joe Root gets 100, I'm happy. Yeah. Honestly.
No, I agree. We were talking about this, like, I think it was me and you talking about this on Monday, and I was like, if Joe Root gets 100, like, match, whole series, as long as he gets some form of 100, I will be happy. Yeah.
I'm guessing as well, like, this is probably... It won't be his last overseas Ashes. I don't know, because he's getting on, isn't he? Yeah. I feel like he'll want to do it in this series, so he doesn't have the pressure of having to come back in 4 years' time to try and do it again. He'll want to get it done this time.
I think he'd rather end his international career, on a home Ashes. I think that would be a...
You can't have the fairy. We can't all have the fairy tale ending that Brody had. Like, realistically, we can't have that fairy tale ending.
I miss Broad.
I miss Broad.
Did you see?
More than Anderson, I'd say. I do. I do miss him more than Anderson.
No, I agree. Actually, I agree because I think towards the end of both their careers, don't get me wrong, love Jimmy Anderson to death, but I think towards the end of their careers, Broad kept his form, and I think Anderson slipped at the end.
He just keeps coming back. I thought Anderson was retiring, and then we see him in the original squad, and being in that crowd when Jimmy Anderson is playing a home match at Old Trafford, it's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Does he still play county?
He's come back to play county.
He's extended his contract
at Lancashire, so he's not retired. This is why I think that, like, whilst I like Broad, I think Anderson is, again, he doesn't retire. Like, what's going on here?
One of the best things to hear is bowling from the James Anderson end. James Anderson. Like, that is, like, when you sat there.
It's like serendipity.
Yeah. But obviously now the Sir James Anderson end. Which,
Sir James Anderson. But yeah, no, we can't all have, going back to the topic, we can't all have Brody's fairy tale ending. I think that this would be nice if Joe Root had a really good season to call it his last international Ashes. Because whilst he is getting on, he is still one of the best players of, like, that the England squad has to offer, because he's just reliable. He will hit those crazy shots. He's not going to Harry Brook, like, ram it over the back of his head, but, like, he will sort of give that effort, where I think not a lot of people will give that off in the squad.
And also, I think as well, he's not silly when he's batting. I think a few England players get a bit silly sometimes and think it's just time to hit it.
Ollie Pope.
Joe Root, yes. And I've never had that from Joe Root. He's always very stable. He takes it slowly, and it always works out. And for me, that's why he is one of the best batsmen in the world.
His form is so good as well when he bats. Like, watching him bat is genuinely just like, wow, it is incredible.
He is one of those people, again, that is reliable, and I do love him.
Second highest run scorer as well. He is catching up. I don't know if he will do it, but if he did become the highest test run scorer of all time, that would be incredible.
I think that's what he wants to achieve, maybe. Maybe that's on his bucket list before he retires, is that sort of thing. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if we will have an Alex Carey situation, but it's on our minds. It's been that, like, people haven't stopped talking about it since it happened. I can remember the day it happened and being like, well, what is going on?
I reckon there will be a moment where he jokes about throwing it. I think there will be a moment like that, but hopefully not. Hopefully not.
It's one of those things where, like, where does the spirit of the game and the rules of the game, where do they collide? It's like the whole like backing up situation where you can technically run someone out if they're out of their crease when they're backing up, but like you give them a warning. Like, where is the rules of the game and the spirit of the game? Where is it colliding?
Yeah, no, it's a tough one to talk about, because obviously Johnny Bairstow was walking out of his crease quite a lot in that innings. Like, he was always coming out, and obviously if the umpire doesn't say dead ball and it's not a dead ball, you can be out, and it is legal, but it's just not very sportsmanlike at all.
Yeah, I think it really wound Best up. It wounded Brody up
Oh,
quite a
Brody,
lot.
Lord,
Yeah.
he loved a bit of
And
a
it
fight.
wound the Lord's members up.
Oh,
quite a fair bit.
It was the booze when like they were walking back to the changing room. I was like, guys, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
I know.
But I feel like in a way, Stuart Broad was right because he said that's all you'll be remembered for, and it's like that. At the
He
minute,
is,
that is
yeah.
all he's remembered for.
What else is Alex Carey really remembered for, if we're going to be honest?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't really know. Not because I'm not an Australian fan, but like I didn't really know who Alex Carey was before we started. But then again, I know who Jamie Smith is, and like it's not the wicketkeeper. It's the fact I just didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
You see that video of Jamie Smith this morning? He was going to the West Ham changing rooms. And he was like proper like England fanboy. It was really fun. I love Jamie Smith so much.
I think he's so wholesome.
He's such like the baby face as well. He's such a little wholesome guy. I do love him, and I'm really glad that he's back on the squad.
I think he'll do well.
Yeah, someone else I'm really glad to see on this squad is Josh Tongue. Like,
Yeah.
it's a rogue pit, but Josh Tongue is one of the most reliable bowlers, and he is he'll get results. Like, that's all I know. Is like, you think back to, like, England versus India, and he was getting those results for England. But can we talk about Bashir? Because...
That's a shock.
I
Yeah.
Go on.
I sort of wasn't I was expecting it because obviously like there's not that many spin bowlers that they could have picked to be in the squad anyways, but his finger injury as well. It's just like
is the finger okay?
I don't know.
I think he's still injured, but I think England have had no choice here, really. They've had to go for Bashir in hopes that he can perform to a good enough level.
Yeah. Because
Sorry, I can't really think of any other spinners who really come to mind at the moment.
I think if they need someone else, they've got Root because obviously he can spin, but they'll be wanting to like save him for like batting and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also, do you kind of want to? No offense to Joe Root because he is an amazing batsman, but do you want a spinner like Joe Root facing people like Steve Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Smith is an interesting guy, I will say. Obviously...
We know you love him.
We know you love him, Ciara.
I've met him in person. He's lovely in person, but do you know what? It's likely to be his last Ashes.
Do you think biggest rivalry, Steve Smith, Joe Root, both last Ashes? Obviously, they don't have a rivalry, but like, the big dogs of the squad, would you say?
Yeah.
But I don't think this is a prediction. Because Steve Smith is likely to be the captain in the first test.
He is. They've confirmed it.
Is he going to feel that pressure and then not perform very well? Or
I can see it.
Is it going to be the flip side and he's going to take that and run with it and bat incredibly?
Yeah, no, that's definitely a possibility.
I have a feeling. I'm making a prediction right now. I have a feeling that it's going to be... It's a lot. Because if you think, Ashes rivalry, home turf, you're now becoming captain, it's quite a lot of pressure to put on one man.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, obviously Pat Cummins injured, Josh Hazelwood injured. I'm sorry. Like, it's such a good...
I'm really positive about Perth. I genuinely think it could be... Obviously, we might not win the whole thing, but if we win at Perth, it would be a big statement, in
What are
saying...
you talking about? 5-0 victory? No, I really don't believe that's going to happen, unfortunately. But I agree with you, Ollie. I think that we're going to get off on a good standpoint because we've got Mark Wood, they're missing Hazelwood, they're missing Cummins. Like, there's something in the air is telling me that we're going to get on a good step. And let this not be a fingers crossed moment. Let us not be a cursor of what's going on for the rest of the series.
If Mark Wood comes out and is at his best and at his fastest, I mean, I know he's also getting on a little bit as well, but if he comes out and nails it, then I think Mark Wood is a key player here.
Yeah.
He's been missed a lot by England, especially against India earlier this year. You could notice the Mark Wood gap in that squad. I think he could be a really key player in Australia.
I'm going to touch wood now. Let's hope he doesn't get injured after Perth. That is definitely possible.
Yeah.
But
should we talk about injuries? Because obviously we've mentioned a little bit about sort of Cummins and Hazelwood and Mark Wood being cleared. But If we're going to talk about injuries, you cannot not mention the biggest love-hate relationship in England cricket, and that is Ben Stokes and his shoulder. Because that man seems to have a shoulder injury every single time he was out. We look back to last year, and again, we're going to the 100 is going to be mentioned a lot in this special. But like, you looked when he was, oh my God, Ben Stokes is playing for the Superchargers, guys. Wait, no, he's not. He just one match and pulls his his shoulder out. I was there. The time stopped. Like genuinely, it was so
the
bad.
The introduction of the 100 has caused more injuries because of how much cricket everyone's playing.
Everyone's playing a lot of cricket.
And it's so intense because the timetables are really narrow. So it's like, you know, you're playing now and then you're playing 2 days later. It's really intense for the players in the summer.
Well, we saw it with the 100 and the England and India series. They were so close in time that there wasn't going to be any rest for those players. Yeah. And when is that ever good to not have rest for your players?
Ben Duckett was a sign of this because Ben Duckett had played so much cricket by the time he got to the 100, he was knackered and he didn't perform very well.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I love the 100 and what it does for cricket, and this is not a 100 special, this is an Ashes special.
Yeah.
That's the timetable is just such a big concern for me, and I think Duckett was a key way to convey what the cricket timetable really does to players.
Yeah, it's something the ECB need to kind of maybe look over how it works. I agree with you. I think it's a really good format. Gets a lot of slack, but the timetabling is just all wrong.
Yeah, because we have county championship, we have international cricket, we have the ODI Cup, we have the T20, and we have the 100, all in the summer. It is jam-packed.
Cricket season is April to September. It is not May to
It's not
August.
like football where you can play it all season.
Yeah.
Like all year round. It is genuinely, it's only the summer, so it is quite hard to fit them all in.
The timetabling does need to be looked at, if I'm honest. Now, we're going to do a little bit of squad analysis. I know we've done that a little bit already, but we're going to go player by player. Should we, you know what, let's be controversial. Should we start with Australia?
Go on.
Oh, right, guys. Come on.
Let's start with Australia.
Start with Australia. So, we've talked a little bit about flown-in captain Steve Smith. But how do we feel about Steve Smith?
He's a good batsman, is it? You can't deny it. He's a good batsman.
Yeah.
He's a good batsman, I don't like him.
I don't like him.
Is there a bias there, or is it just that?
No, it's not even because he's like an Australian cricketer. It's that whole sandpaper thing. Remember all that?
I was waiting for that.
I wasn't going to
mention.
mention it.
Yeah, you remember all that?
I wasn't going to mention it.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat when you play cricket, guys.
Don't cheat in general.
Yeah, don't cheat in general, yeah?
Yeah, no, he's an interesting guy. What do you think, so?
Yeah, I don't like.
A lot of people don't like Steve Smith. I think he looks like, you know the dad from Diary of the Wimpy Kid? He looks like Mike Heffley, but like if he was flattened, like his face was flattened and he played cricket.
I have some stats here. You know his average against England? Have a guess of what do you think his average is against England?
60?
It's just below. It's 56 against England, which is still quite good. That is.
Thank God it wasn't 67.
Mm.
Yeah, he's... God damn it. But yeah.
Moving on swiftly.
We're going to go to Sean Abbott, who we actually just had a little bit of a conversation about off air. So do you want to reveal your little...
I love Sean Abbott, and I think it was a 100 match because he played for Manchester Originals. He was staying in the hotel room next door to me at the Lancashire Old Trafford hotel, which was really cool. And honestly, I love that man. He's probably my favourite bowler.
I am indifferent to him.
I am also indifferent to him.
He had a good career at Surrey.
Yeah.
We were saying this earlier. He's a good bowler.
Yeah, again, he's a good bowler. I just sort of think he's there. Like, I forget he's there sometimes. Is that bad?
When you think of Aussie bowlers, he's not in my top 5.
He's not. He's uncapped for Test match cricket.
Interesting.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's I've got it on here. BBC Sport. He's a regular part of the white ball team, but in recent years he's not been featured in tests. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's because of what he did for the Originals. That's why I like him, as opposed to his Australia career.
Yeah. No, I have a very similar opinion about other cricketers.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did you say something about injury?
Yeah, he is also injured, so he's not going to be in the first test. But I feel like he maybe wasn't going to be in the first test anyways.
Well, we don't know who's in the first test
No.
for Australia because they're yet to announce their squad. So that's really fun.
Yay.
Imagine they do it as with.
Breaking news, guys!
I will
Well, no,
keep up to
'cause-
date on that just in case.
Yeah, England obviously have released their squad, but there was this whole controversy about England releasing their squad like years early. Or they'd make it out like we release our squad so early, but like I don't really think we do. Like it's what the test is like in a couple of days' time. I think this is a perfect time to announce your squad.
When does it start? Is it tomorrow?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, so Wednesday isn't a bad idea to announce your squad. Announcing it on day is just rough, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
We have Josh Inglis. Is that Josh Inglis?
Josh
Is that how I'm
Yeah.
saying his name? Yeah.
And he is also English.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
He's from Yorkshire.
Traitor.
Dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
Sophie just dropped the bomb.
Oh yeah, he was born in Leeds.
Yeah.
You're
Wow.
joking me!
He was born in Leeds.
Oh wow.
What a traitor.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate level of traitor in cricket. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
terrible.
That's horrible. Oh well.
But to be fair, Ben Stokes, New Zealand. So
He's from New
That's
Zealand.
not.
Shh, no, he's English.
That's not
He's
as bad.
fellow
in my
Cumbrian.
opinion.
I gotta say, I thought he was like English.
no, his parents are Kiwi.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yikes. Moving on, we have Usman Khawaja. Right, if I had a single favourite player from the Australian squad, which I know is sacrilege, Khawaja would be my man.
Last series,
He is so good.
his batting was incredible.
He's
He's one of the
underrated.
best openers in the world.
Yeah.
His average against England is just above 44. He's going to be good.
He will be a threat.
Dangerous,
He will
yeah.
be a threat.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing of if you don't get him out early on, he will tank you. I think.
Yeah, no. Once he gets in his rhythm, it's hard to get him out of said
Yes.
rhythm. And yeah, I can't tell you why. I just love him. I feel so maternal over Usman Khawaja. It's like it's not even like funny. But no, he's again once he gets in his rhythm, he's pretty much there,
Yeah.
isn't he?
There's also rumblings of retirement. For
No,
him,
no.
which after this series, it's like sources say that he's going to retire.
To be fair, a lot of the Australian squad are old,
Yeah,
as you have.
that's.
I was
Have
we
you
were saying
seen the
this
memes
before.
about the old Australians?
haven't, no, explain this to
The
me.
memes developing now of like the average age of England and Australia. And
Yeah.
people say it's the OAP versus
The over 50, over 60 squad you see on like a Saturday that like just
Yeah.
come out there and like
Proper village.
proper village. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I haven't seen these memes.
No,
I think I
they-
should be getting these memes on my TikTok.
they've just developed in the last couple of
They'll
days.
be rolling
Yeah.
through as the Ashes start. I believe.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've seen there's one at the minute that keeps popping up is the absolute basketball meme.
Oh,
But with Zach Crawley, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's usually Brendan McCullum and he's just like
I love that we've all just done that in sync.
that's the screen grab for today, guys.
It's the absolute cinema meme.
Yeah.
That's been changed.
Oh.
I see it on my TikTok. So I've been getting like fire Ashes edits. Like who's feeding the Ashes editors? Like I'll keep sending them to people. I'm like, what is going on? They're like, it's Mitchell Stark. Like what's the word? It's Mitchell Stark glazing. Like all the time. It's just videos of Mitchell Stark.
Steve Smith's burner account. He's just sat there.
Just sat there going.
In his spare time,
Yeah.
when I'm not training, I make Mitchell Stark
Yeah.
edits.
On CapCut.
Oh.
It's
Maybe
sandpaper in his.
right. We should take it up. We'll do Mitchell Stark edits. Anyway, Marnus Labuschagne.
Oh.
Have you seen that? I saw an interview recently where they kept calling him Marcus, and he just gets so riled up by it because I thought his name for a while was Marcus.
Marcus, yeah.
Because I was like, why are they saying Marnus? Like, what's the point?
Labuschagne's an interesting one for me because if you'd told me a year ago he'd be anywhere near the squad, I would have laughed at
Oh
you.
no, I would have
Yeah.
said yeah.
Yeah.
He really dropped in form quite quickly as well because he started off. Because he started where it was when Steve Smith got hit in the head twice by Jofra Archer. It was here. He came in as a new batter. Just came in first test, and he batted so well against Jofra Archer, Chris Wokes.
Yeah,
And he slowly gained form very quickly, and then it just fell off.
it's like holding the fort down. Because obviously with Smith gone, like you've got some quality batters, as we were saying Khawaja before and stuff like that, but you haven't got a solid who's not going to lose their head.
Yeah.
It's like us, if we lose Joe Root, we're all losing our heads, realistically.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think Marnus is one of those people who, while he gets wound up quite easily, will just keep his head in situations like that, which is quite good. Should we move on to Scott Boland?
Yeah, wait, let me...
Do we have any stats on Scott Boland?
Just that he's a fast bowler.
So great, guys. So good, so good.
I didn't really put much effort into finding out about Australia.
Well, it's a good thing we started with them.
Yeah.
He made his debut in 2021 Ashes.
Mhm.
He's got 62 wickets. He's played 14 tests. And he averages 16.53. And his best figures are 6 for 7.
You know what? That's decent. I will accept that. Moving on.
It's just on BBC Sport.
Yeah,
Guys.
it's the stats page on BBC Sport. We talked about Alex Carey, but has anyone got any last thoughts on Alex Carey before we move on?
Can we skip him?
Can we skip Alex
Yeah.
Carey?
I don't think he deserves to be acknowledged.
Okay.
Treated
No.
Johnny
We'll
Besto,
move
but
on
probably.
then. We'll talk about Brendan Doggett.
I think he's likely to play because we've got no Hazelwood. So
Yeah.
it's, like, he can also, he's got the fast ball and that they need that they're missing with Hazelwood. So, yeah, I think
That's
he's
good.
got a chance.
Probably best last name in the whole squad, and that's coming up against someone who is called Labuschagne. Like, realistically.
Yeah, Labuschagne is
Yeah.
a class name.
Labuschagne is a class name. We'll go to Cameron Green next.
He's a good batsman.
Yeah.
He's the youngest in the squad and he's 26.
That's the
Which,
thing.
that's, like, great, because our youngest, will it be Bashir? And he's 22.
Bashir will probably be our youngest,
How old's Potts?
No, Potts is older than
Potts
Bashir.
older.
Yeah.
I think Potts is close to being 25, 26,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I think I read somewhere that he was like close to being in his mid-20s. But yeah, Bashir is our youngest player.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Cameron Green is also 2 meters tall, I've got here.
2 meters
Yeah.
tall?
That's what the stats were saying. So,
Where have you got your
Wow.
stats from?
BBC.
I think it's like cricket info or something
No.
like.
Because it was talking about, like, how, because he's an all-rounder, so he can whack it, but he can also got the really good bowling as well. So, yeah.
Love it. We're going to move on to Josh Hazelwood. Obviously, big news to come out of this week that we've talked about. Josh Hazelwood not making that first test.
Yes!
Yes!
Well, you should never wish an injury upon someone, but get in!
I don't wish an injury upon him, but like it's just nice that he's not there. Travis Head, best Tash out of anyone I have ever seen, ever. Class Tash. What do we think about Travis Head?
Apart from the fact he's a genuinely nice bloke.
Oh yeah.
Like, when I was at the Ashes 2 years ago, he was just really nice. But apart from that, he's a good player. I think he could be a decent threat. I think England may slightly underestimate him, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's a decent sort of batter. Like again, going into that middle order or like end of top order, like you know he's a threat and like he's gonna be there. He's never not gonna be there. And he's one of the ones that I've put down for my prediction on the first Australian Test squad. I think that he will be there. No, undoubtedly he'll be there. Someone else I think here is undoubtedly going to be there. Nathan Lyon.
What, 6?
Oh, stop it.
It was asked for. That was asked for.
That was asked for. What were you
Yeah.
saying the words Nathan Lyon?
Because you looked at me. 6.
What do we think about Nathan Lyon, guys?
He's got the spin that I think their bowling lineup is lacking. You know, because
Yeah.
they've not got much.
He's a very good spinner,
Yeah.
but he's not good at running out players.
No.
No.
His like stretch just really makes me laugh. I can't lie. I was rewatching videos of just like previous games and him like just like reaching for the stumps.
It's the Jack Leach one, you know.
It's
When it's right here and he still drops it. He's like, oh.
So I was trying to, in my head, I was like, there's another player who I mistake Nathan Lyon and Jack Leach for each other all the
Yes.
time. They're like interchangeable. I think it's because they're bald.
Yeah.
I think they're like, it's the interchangeable like duo.
Bald spinners.
Bald spinners, yeah. Because originally I thought Jack Leach was an Australian player. I know that's wild because like, why?
I think Nathan Lyon's probably been Australia's best spin bowler since, rest in peace, you know, Warne, right?
Oh, Warne,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I think Nathan Lyon is probably going to be his last Ashes.
It's a couple of people that we've sort of mentioned that it could be their last Ashes, and it is coming back to how that Australian squad is older.
He's 37.
He's 37.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
genuinely think it will be his last because, well, I mean, I doubt he'll play 39 years old back here, but you
I
never
mean,
know.
it's an achievement if he does. I can see it potentially happening. We'll go to Mitchell Stark quickly, because sort of, again, the glazing edits of Mitchell Stark, he is just class. I can't lie. He is one of those people that, like, I do admire in cricket.
And he's one of the players that will get in the batsman head. Like, definitely. He will get into Joe Root's head. Probably Zach Crawley's.
If anyone's going to wind up Joe Root,
it is
will
Mitchell
be
Stark.
Stark. Yeah.
He is, like, he's tall as well. He's really, really tall.
It's because he knows he's a very good bowler. And he knows,
The ego is very much there, and that's what I think out of our squad and Australia's squad. I think there was a couple of people in here with very big egos, and Mitchell Stark is one of them.
Him with the new ball is probably the biggest threat to England, I'm going to be honest. Him with the new ball is like... Ouch.
That's my trigger word. Mitchell Stark, new ball.
Yeah.
Is my trigger word.
Yeah.
Should we go to Jake Weatherall?
Don't mention it to Rory Burns.
Rory Burns.
That's the only thing I've got written
Yeah,
down. Rory Burns likes stuff.
Yikes.
Rory Burns when he sees Mitchell Stark with a new ball, TV off.
Okay, guys, let's move on. No, he's one of those people where, again, that's my trigger word. Mitchell Stark, new ball, and it is like
stomp.
Jake Weatherall. Do we have any stats for Jake Weatherall?
Is he a bowler or batter? Sorry, guys.
Do not know.
Let me have a look.
It's him and
he's an open. Oh, he's uncapped.
uncapped again.
No,
Him-
actually, I've been looking through the Australian squad. There are quite a few uncapped players.
Is Bo Webster uncapped as well, or has he played before?
Is he a bowler? Yeah, I think he might be an all-round.
Guys, we know so much about the Australians.
No,
It's
he's
really
not.
Cool.
Okay, so Bo Webster is an all-rounder. He's had 7 tests, 381 runs, average is 34. He's got 8 wickets with an average 23.25.
And yeah, I couldn't tell you what he does. These two
No,
last
yeah.
two, I could not picture.
He made his test debut in India last December, and he's been an all-rounder in the side since. So
I'm wondering that maybe because we don't know anything about him is because he's not doing Ashes.
yeah,
Maybe.
I think that might be it, to be honest.
That might be the case. Right. Should we move on to the home side?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
as in the home side for us, our lovely little England squad.
There's no bias, guys.
There is no bias.
Come on, England.
No bias. So we're gonna start with captain Ben Stokes. Does anyone want to say anything about Ben Stokes?
I absolutely love that man. Genuinely, I worship Ben Stokes and the ground he walks on.
God, we sound so really. I worship Ben Stokes.
No, watching him this summer, he's not only a brilliant batsman, he's an even better bowler in my
He's
opinion at the moment.
fantastic.
He carried the
incredible.
He carried the bowling attack against India, I think.
That's crazy, because if you would have told me last year that Ben Stokes would have carried the bowling attack,
Yeah.
I would not have believed you.
No, he's got very good swing. Yeah, that was good.
He's a man of all talents. Speaking of talented men, we have Joe Root, who is...
Oh, please.
Take a shot every time we glaze Joe Root, please.
Joe, please get 100. I know you're
Please.
probably not going to watch this.
Manifestation.
But
Manifestation.
Please get 100.
That's all we can say about Joe Root. Jeffrey Archer, obviously, he's not had an Ashes in a while. We're very, very excited
I'm
as to how
slightly concerned about Joffrey Archer, and I
Why?
know this is concerning and weird to say, but against India, he had times where he was absolutely brilliant on the ball, and he had times where he just couldn't get anywhere.
No, that's very true.
And I'm worried that this will happen again in Australia, possibly on a bigger level, and that would break me if that happened, because he's had such a hard time with injuries. But if that happens in Australia, he's going to really struggle.
No, there is a struggle aspect there, but if you think about it, it's like any fast bowler. Like, if you've played cricket before, if you've played in the squad, any of your fast bowlers, if they're not on the money, you're getting a behind boundary.
Yeah.
Or, like, if your wicketkeeper's not on it as well. So I think that it's just a classic case of the pressure is probably getting to him, because he was off, he was out of cricket for so long. You've got to remember that. And I wouldn't put a worry mark over it, but now that you said that, I'm kind of like...
Yeah,
I just think
I'm slightly nervous.
It's something to be aware of, I'd say, because he was, I think everyone, I would say glazed him when he came back, but
I would say they
everyone
glazed
was
him.
like, he's the best, like, it almost felt like everyone was saying he was the best bowler ever when he came back, and I think we all slightly glazed him, and then when he played against India, we realised actually where he is at currently.
Yeah. I think, he's a good bowler, but I definitely see your point of view there.
I'm ready to see some Jofra Archer bounces towards Steve Smith's head, please. I don't wish injury on anyone, but like that is the one person I think that deserves it, should we say? Or like, anyways, do you have something to say about Archer?
I've got like the injury issues, but I've also got left-hand batters rattled. They will be. But I was surprised that he came back from, like, just in general. Like, I remember because they were like, oh, Archer's coming back, oh, he's injured again, he's coming back, oh, he's injured again. And then he came back and he was like, oh. But I'm glad that they've, like, stuck with him. And, like, he's obviously put the work in to get back to...
He's back.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to a very detested character in this room, apparently. We're going to move over to Ollie Pope.
Do you not like Ollie Pope?
No, I have an issue with Ollie Pope because
I like Ollie Pope.
I have an issue with Ollie Pope because I think if you'd come to me a couple of years ago and said Ollie Pope's in the squad, I'd go fair enough. He's had quite a drop of form.
Okay, no, that's very true.
Because like it feels like again he's a bit glazed. It's like Ollie Pope.
Ollie Pope. Hashtag Ollie Pope.
Ollie Pope can do no wrong in the eyes of Brendan McCullum, and that's what it feels like.
Yeah, no, McCullum has his bad boys of baseball, as I like to call them, and Ollie Pope is one of them. And he does not perform as well as he probably should.
When he comes to the crease, I genuinely get worried about what's going to happen.
That's always
Because
really,
he's either going to score quite a few, or he's going to get 2.
Yeah.
It is a bit like that with Ollie Pope, definitely.
I had that with Phil Salt as well, Loki. I think that he's one of those ones.
I met Phil Salt and it was the best day of my life.
Yeah, Ollie Pope, also demotion from vice captain. Are we going to talk about that?
I got that wrong earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, that had to happen, and I feel like that's less pressure on him now, so maybe he can try and get himself back in form.
Yeah, fair enough. You think back to, like, the last series when he took on captaincy. That's a big ask as well, to take on captaincy, and then we did really rubbish. So, like, it's a lot of pressure on him. I think, like I was saying before, Harry Brook's doing so well in the captaincy division that it was probably the best decision, like, as a replacement would be for Harry Brook.
The thing with Ollie Pope in his form is, in Australia, he's averaged a measly 11.
Yikes.
So it is a bit hit or miss. He'll either continue that, or he'll either do a lot better, but it's something that we're going to have to see from the first test, I think.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens down in Perth. But yeah, on the subject of Harry Brook, should we talk about Harry Brook? Because I think
he brings the fire.
Yeah. Harry Brook is now everyone's favourite cricketer. In the last 12 months, everyone's turned around and go, "Oh my God, I love Harry Brook so much."
He is basketball.
Yeah, he is. He is the definition of basketball.
He is England's future. Like after the last of the likes of Joe Root go, Harry Brook leads England's future, in my opinion.
I think he's wasted at 4. I think he should be further up. Like, there's been talk, and like, he's really solid where he is, but there's been talk of moving him up. And if you think about what Crawley, Duckett, and then where are you going after that?
It's normally Root.
It's normally Root, but I would interchange the two. As much as I love Root, I think that Harry Brook could hold down 3 and be good with 3.
The thing is, at the moment, it looks like the BBC Sport are putting it in order. It looks like they've gone Ben Duckett, Crawley, and then Pope.
Pope should not be at 3.
Pope has been 3 the last couple of years.
Pope should not be at 3.
He's not at 3. He shouldn't be at 3.
I think it should be Duckett, Crawley, Root, Brook, Pope. Or, change Brook and Pope around. It depends, but...
I just don't think that Pope... If that is the correct order, and that's what we see on Friday, I do not think Pope should be 3.
Is there, like, a thing to say that maybe Ollie Pope feels a bit of pressure coming straight after openers? And is that affecting his form a little bit? So if you put him down the order, would he do better?
Yeah, he
that
probably
a theory?
would.
Yeah.
I think that might be
the thing is,
theory.
with him going 3rd as well and keeps getting out, if he keeps getting out 3rd very quickly, that also puts pressure on the lower batsmen, and then, that might affect their mental state of mind, and then keep getting out quicker and quicker. It's like, I don't know, I think putting him down in order would be a little bit of a good move.
I think that his ego is going to not take being taken down to maybe even 6. Maybe not 6, but like probably 5. 5.
Do you think he has an ego?
I think he has an ego. I think he has a massive ego, Ollie Pope. Not Harry Brook. I think Ollie Pope has a massive ego.
I can say that.
I think that he's come from being captain, and like stuff's happened, and he's like, he's not like I'm the best in the world, but like he's getting to a point where he's just being glazed.
But he's a great fielder.
No, I
So I
He
think
is,
Right
he is.
fielder.
like wicket keeper as well, because obviously if Jamie Smith got injured, Ollie Pope would be wicket keeper.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he's still in the squad. Maybe not for his batting, but more for the fielding and keeping side of
If
things.
his form continues to not improve, there is also Jacob Bethel
Yeah.
as well, who can come in.
There's a lot of talk about Jacob Bethel, and obviously we had that brilliant last couple of months of Jacob Bethel where he stepped up and become captain, and he's hit one of the best run scores in a while. I can't remember exactly, but I know
Yeah.
there was talk of Jacob Bethel, and the Bethel ball debate has been going on for so long that I think just give the boy his chance. At this point,
I think he would shine if you gave him his chance. Obviously, in Australia, it's hard because we always struggle with batting in Australia. But you never know. A wild card, he's not done it before in Australia, has he? So you never know.
give him a chance. We'll rattle through these quite quickly now. So Mark Wood, big news about Mark Wood, obviously coming back from injury, been all cleared. He's
But with a little heart.
you put a little
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, I love Mark Wood.
Hopefully, he doesn't get injured after Perth.
We're
but-
we're fingers crossing for Mark Wood, but he seems very wholesome.
Was it
Like,
the
He's
World-
my favourite player,
Yeah.
by the way. I absolutely
he,
love Mark
he
Wood.
gets so unlucky with injury. He really does.
Was it the World Cup when he came out to bat last and he had every pad on
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
chest pad, the arm pad.
Yeah. And he had Trent Bolt bowler. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, that's got to be a rough day in the office. I'm sorry.
Yeah, coming out as number 11 with, I forgot how many runs it was, and then you've got oh, sorry, my alarm's going off. And then we've got
It's cricket
sorry,
time, guys.
It's
And
Mark
then,
Wood.
so
It's Mark
yeah,
Wood
so
time,
as I was
guys.
saying, he was coming out with how many runs? It was about 16 off however many balls, and then he came out with all this padding on, and Ben Stokes just did all the work. It was so funny. Yeah.
Right, we'll move on to Bryden Cast. I think an underrated man. Obviously, he shone in that India series, and I think he's going to shine again in Australia.
But he's got a foot issue. His
I
toes,
don't see him being in the
No.
starting 11.
Are you joking me?
No. I don't think so, and I'm not fully convinced on him over India either. I think he started brilliantly, and then he just collapsed in that India series.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
So for me, if I was making the decision, he'd be the one left out.
Yeah, I
Insane.
think, to be fair, he is underrated in terms of this squad where we've got big names and stuff like that. Should we move on to Duckett? Again, I can't stand Ben Duckett, I can't lie. I really don't like that.
Shocking.
He genuinely is one of the nicest men in cricket.
Doesn't
And
seem
I
it.
absolutely love him. I've met him 4 times. He's the most
Sorry, guys.
wholesome.
Is
Hate
this
me
with the
all you,
100?
hate
Yeah.
me all you want. I really don't like Ben Duckett, and I have very strong opinions
That's my
about him.
short baseball king. That.
We love Ben Duckett here. We love him.
I
just
love.
think he's-
Sorry,
I
guys.
just think, do you know what? Fair play to him because he's stuck in there. He's been waiting for his chance and he's taken it, in my opinion. He deserves to be there.
No, I don't think he doesn't deserve to be there. I can't tell you. I have this feeling in the back of my mind that he's just. And yeah,
I think a hate train developed in the summer because people thought he was rubbish in the 100. And I saw a hate train develop and I didn't like that because I think that man, he works ridiculously
Yeah.
hard in cricket.
Well, he's got 2,872 test runs, so his average of 42.9 and a strike rate of 86.1.
That is pretty
So
good.
it's-
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I know he's a good player. I just can't get out of the back of my mind that he seems like he's really rude. I can't tell you
No.
why.
I can tell you that
I
isn't
think it'd be
true.
the other way around. I think Zach Crawley
He's-
would be a bit more rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we move on to Zach Crawley? Because he, again, openers. If we're talking about Ducky, you got to talk about Crawley and their height difference.
Father and son.
Father and
Father
son
and son.
coming out to bat. Zach Crawley.
Well, he was 2023's Ashes highest run scorer, so I think he proved himself then because he was getting a lot of stick because he wasn't scoring. But now I think he does deserve his place. If you asked me that 3 years ago, I'd been like, no.
I was
get him
about to
out.
say, yeah, if you asked me 3 years ago and told me that he was going to be England's, is he 2? Is he 1 or 2?
He's one, I think.
Is he 1?
Yeah.
So if you told me he was going to be England's number 1, I would tell me to eat my hat. I wouldn't say that was the case, but he's really proved himself. I do agree with you, Soph.
His 189 at Old Trafford was
It's
Oh,
crazy.
yes.
Were you there for that?
I was.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Zach Crawley, and I think
Yeah.
he's so underrated, and he's stuck around in these sort of worked on himself as a player.
He's really improved as a player.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's what Ollie Pope needs to do, is that they need to give him like time, space, maybe move him down the order, but like he probably needs that Crawley
They're
redemption.
the same
arc.
age, same point of their career. I think that's the perfect.
They're the same age.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
27.
And also, it looks so wholesome to me when they come out to the crease. I don't know why. I just get wholesome vibes.
Come on, Ben.
Yeah.
Come on, Ben, let's go.
It's when they do the
On the
national
left.
anthem and the camera and then it goes
It just drops.
Oh, I can't get over that. Should we move quickly to Gus Atkinson? Now, I love Atkinson. I am Atkinson's
He's
biggest
a very
blazer.
good and consistent bowler. I love.
I
Not
wouldn't-
inconsistent, consistent.
I
bowler.
wouldn't say he's consistent,
Really?
but I would. He like has good days and bad days. He's consistent within those good days or bad days. But I think that he's a well-rounded player. He proved himself quite a lot last year, I will say.
And I also think if you catch him on a good day, he's unstoppable and he
Yeah.
will get you out.
Yeah.
And there is no question on that.
Yeah. Should we move to? We talked a little bit about Jacob Bethel. So we'll skip Jacob Bethel. Sorry, guys. Any Jacob Bethel lovers? I know Faz is a huge Jacob Bethel fan. She loves Jacob Bethel. We'll go to Bashir quickly. We talked a bit about Bashir's injury.
The only spinner in the squad,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
besides from obviously Joe Root,
Roots,
but
yeah.
the only specific spinner who was
I'm
obviously meant for that.
I'm still mourning the days of Matthew Parkinson.
Oh, don't
He
talk to me about
was
Parkinson's.
Him in the 100 a few years ago was, I think he's my dad's favourite player, to be fair.
What, Matt Parkinson?
Yeah, he's just so like amazing. I love him.
He
And
is quality, yeah.
he doesn't play anymore. He went to Leicestershire, I think, because his twin brother also plays.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah,
I forget his twin's name. I know he has a twin.
yeah.
Will Jacks.
I actually like Will Jacks.
I love Will.
I
I
love
love
Will
Will Jacks,
Jacks.
and I actually think this is going to be the most unpopular opinion on the show, but I think he would deserve his chance more than Jacob Bethel here. Because, and I have my reasoning for this, because I'm not 100% convinced over Jacob Bethel yet.
Are you joking me?
Genuinely, and I've seen him play in like live in person and in multiple formats, and I don't think everything's there yet for Jacob Bethel. This is not me saying he's a bad player.
Yeah.
He's still so young. This is the thing.
This is the thing. I don't think he's fully developed, whereas Will Jacks I absolutely love, and I think this is his time now, and he deserves a chance, in my opinion.
Yeah, Will Jacks is quality. I'm not gonna lie, but like,
I think he's an ODI player at max.
ooh,
I
yeah.
don't think he's a test player
we haven't discussed
No.
this yet actually. So yeah, this is an interesting
I
topic.
don't
I
know.
agree.
because he's only played 2 tests and he always tries to rush a little bit when he bats in Test cricket. I think, and he just I don't think he's played 2 tests and scored 89 runs, which is really
Yeah.
good. But I think his form is very much ODI and
I
T20.
think it's because he sort of became more in form through the 100.
Yeah.
Like that's what he started getting his place in England for. So I just think like and he's also only been focusing on white ball like through the
Yes.
summer and everything. So it's like
Yeah.
Fair enough. We've got 3 more to rattle through. We've got Jamie Smith, wicketkeeper. Again, he's baby face. Like my favourite. Like,
He's
he's
a great
so
keeper.
good.
He's
He's
a great
so
keeper.
good. He's a good
incredible.
batter as well.
Yeah,
like
he
you
is.
see his form develop. He's so
I
good.
genuinely think if there's going to be a key player for England, it's going to be Jamie Smith, because I think over the summer he's been brilliant.
He's
and
been
I think
fantastic.
if England were to do really well this series, I think Jamie Smith would be one of the reasons why that's happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh Tong. Josh Tong is one of my favourite players. We saw him play for the Originals, and I know we've mentioned the Originals quite a lot, but he is truly one of the most consistent bowlers I have ever seen. On a good day, he will take as many wickets as you need
He'll
him
be
to.
brought in at some point.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Do you know what he's good for? He's good at taking the tail out.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, pressure bowling towards the last couple of overs. Like, he's so good. And a pick I had on my roster but didn't believe it actually happened. Matthew Potts. I'm
Good on Matty.
shocked. I'm shocked, to be honest with you. I had it on my predictions when I sent. Me and Will Valhalla had a predictions, and when I sent Will the name Matthew Potts and said this would be quite a rogue choice. It's not really a rogue choice because he's quite predictable. But I didn't think he'd get picked.
I did. I think, do you know what? I think he's had a bit of a rough time because I remember a couple of years ago when he was the next best thing, and everyone was talking. His name was on everyone's lips, and he sort of like faded into the background, and so did his form.
Yeah.
So I think if he's ever going to get it back,
It's now. It's the time.
10 tests with 36 wickets. That is quite good.
He's a fantastic bowler. He's one of the ones as well. Like, I'm sure he's a lovely man, but he does come across quite cocky. Like, from seeing him play with the Superchargers, he, like, when he's on form, he's on form. Like, he is quality. But so when he takes a wicket, it's that Sonny Baker celebration where he's like proper on it sort of thing. But the question I'm going to ask is, if you could like bring some people up later on for like injuries and stuff like that, who would you bring up to the squad that's not already on the squad? Because I know my pick.
Go on, let's hear yours.
Ben McKinney. I think Ben McKinney is a very consistent batter. I think he's a brilliant fielder. I think that he's shown his form throughout the summer. He will come up and play with the big dogs. Like, he's only in his early 20s. He'll come up and play with those big dogs like it's nothing. So.
I don't really know. Have you got one?
No, I'm thinking more white ball.
Obviously, he's a big T20 player. He's not really done white ball, but I think he can adjust quite well. I don't think he's going to lose his head that easy.
I'm really trying to think, because I don't see anyone else being right for England at the moment.
I would say Chris Wilkes, but
Well,
obviously the whole injury, and it's like I just think Chris Wilkes is obviously like getting on a bit. So but as Australia as a whole, so
yeah, it's
like,
a big debate, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of another spinner, but
that's what I was
don't
thinking,
think
but I can't.
And that's why Bashir's there.
Yeah.
That's the prime example of why.
I think they're overplaying Bashir because, again, is the finger okay? Are we gonna Are we gonna have him taken out and have Root be our only spinner?
Mason Crane actually.
Mason Crane's a good
Leg
shout.
spinner I don't know if he still plays for Hampshire, but my dad loves Mason Crane because he's a Hampshire fan. And I think, did he play it recently for England? I don't know. But
not that I remember, but he probably has played.
I don't think he's experienced enough. But he's the only other spinner that I can think of who actually has been in decent form recently.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's going to be an interesting series. An away series is always interesting. And as I was chatting to my Uber driver on the way here, he said we can't. We got on chatting about cricket, and he was like, we can't bowl in Australia, which is really, really funny. But yeah, are we all excited?
Yeah, the last time we won in Australia was 2010/11.
2010.
So, hopefully we win.
Fingers crossed. Anyways, we're gonna have a fingers crossed that we win. But thank you so much for coming in, sitting down and talking about cricket, guys.
This has been really fun.
Have we got quickly predictions of the series? How do you think we're gonna do? And not that we're gonna win 5-0. Let's have a proper one.
I think England, if we're being realistic, England 2, Australia 3. And I don't want to put a dampener on things, but
it's an away series. We're always gonna have issues. So, what do you guys think?
Go on. What do you think?
Oh, okay. It'll either be a 4-1 or a 3-2 Australia, I think.
Thinking.
It's not going to be...
That's the collective thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm also there.
I'm going to go positive 3-2 England, though. Just we need one, but it's unlikely.
I have a
But
feeling
we
we're
need
going to
one.
win Perth, and then...
Yeah. I think we'll lose it a little bit,
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
we'll find out on Friday.
We'll find out on Friday. Like I say, 21st to the 25th is first Ashes test at Perth, and then Sophie, when are the rest of the tests?
the next ones are the 4th to the 8th of December, then the 16th to the 21st of December, then the 25th to the 30th of December. So we've got Christmas, Mark.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Australia.
And then the 3rd to the 8th of January is the last match. So.
Summer Christmas.
Yeah.
Summer Christmas, God, that's what happens in Australia. But yeah,
Yeah.
this has been the Shock Sport Ashes special. Thank you for joining us, and how's that?